It's 5 a.m. and we are heading up the west coast.
We're in Eysterfontein today and we're going to see the flowers.
This morning we've come up onto the west coast of South Africa, just north of Cape Town, and we got up at 5 a.m. It's pretty cold now, and the reason we came here is because there's a phenomenon that happens once a year, and that is in springtime the flowers come out, and it's quite spectacular.
So what is in Eysterfontein? Pretty much not a lot, and sorry for the people that live in Eysterfontein, but there isn't a lot here, but it's nice and sleepy, so if you want a weekend away, somewhere quiet and chilled, this would be the place to come.
Eysterfontein, that way. Darling, that way.
I didn't realise we were that far up the west coast. Camels.
I'm Bodo, the owner of West Coast Farm Stall up here at Eysterfontein on the west coast. If you guys are coming up to have a look at flowers, there's a stop to make. Come check out our restaurant and of course visit our piece of paradise.
They have quail eggs for 2 rand. Yeah, what can you buy for 2 rand these days? From Cape Town it's about a 40-minute drive to get up to Eysterfontein, and then from there it's another 15 minutes across to Darling.
This place is called Quatu.
Ooh, did you
Quatu means a water hole or a water pan in the long time ago extinct Ham people, which have occupied this region of Cape Town.
We just had an inside lesson on the click languages.
The first click is very soft and easy one is dit an karakian tao yuki to ya ta kotuki kotu hai to dara na ko kotuki khamoko ya mon di khon kotuki tehnie kata.
So if you're a mountain biker, you can come and cycle here. They've even got kiddie bikes, the little, so you can bring your kids and go for a cycle with them. We've just had a drive around and it's pretty flat, so definitely come and have some fun on mountain bikes here.
And next up we're hopping on a truck to go check out the tour.
This is Kim. Kim from the West Coast Way, and Kim's here to show us around the West Coast. So we are actually now pretty much only half an hour from Cape Town. It's just the outer suburbs, which is like Melkbos and Tableview. So yeah, we're really close to where we are now, right now, which is called?
Quatu.
Quatu. I can hardly say it.
This is the Catulas, and some of them is daisy families. So Catulas is just there. In Afrikaans is a Ganskos.
So there is a flower hotline. They will let you know which flowers are open where, and it changes from week to week. I've been here 2 weeks apart, and the 1 week it was just snow white and the next it was multicolored.
So where are we going next?
Next up we're going to Darling, the Darling of South Africa.
So while driving along the road to get to Darling, we just pulled into a side road to get a shot of the flower fields here. And the sign says You are permitted to walk in the field. That's so inviting. Normally it's no trespassing. And this one says, please come in and take pictures and walk around in the flower fields.
Hi, I'm Kim from West Coast Way, and these are my favourite spots in Darling.
Behind me is Ormond Wine Estate. And the cool thing is, it's right in the middle of the town. Check this out. Residential area, wine estate.
We are going to the Darling Museum. It's always your first stop because this is the home of Darling tourism. They'll tell you what to see, where to go, and they'll have the inside scoop.
I'm Diane LaRue. I'm the tourism officer for Darling, and we're in the Darling Museum where my office is. Flower season's peak season for Darling always, but there is lots of other things to do, especially on days when it's overcast. Perfect time to visit the museum, to go and do tastings at Darling Toffees, of the local cheese, Darling Brew obviously, and our wonderful wine farms. Lots of really nice little cafes and quirky little art shops too.
They've got these separate scenes here which are like little film sets. They're pretty cool. I'll show you a couple. Like here is the saloon bar. So you marked out, what, the top 10?
Yes.
Or is that unfair?
No, that's a bit unfair, so we're going on my personal favourites.
Your
instead.
personal favourites?
Absolutely, and places that I've heard a lot about that I want to see myself.
This is Alex from the Flying Pig, and we do the best bacon ever.
I want a pulled pork and slaw, and I want the Cuban sandwich. So don't come hungry.
It's my personal favourite. It's their pulled pork. It is delicious.
I'm Annette, and this is the toffee factory where everything is handcrafted and everything is natural, no preservatives, synthetic colouring or flavouring, and you're welcome to taste.
This is why we're here. The bird's eye chili toffee. It's delicious.
Okay, I've just realised that all the sweets here are actually named after the businesses that exist in Darling, which I think is very, very clever. For instance, this one, Armando Wines. This one, Tani Vita Parana. And this one, Honey and Salt Toffee. No idea who they are.
I'm Ida, and this is Darling Wine Shop. The Darling Wine Shop. We try and find all the wines made with Darling grapes.
The West Coast is wonderful for white wines because it's got the really hot air of the land and then you've got the cool breeze of the sea, and it's just perfect for
And
white wine.
that's what makes a wine.
Absolutely.
So now I'm Carla Cars, as everybody knows me, and I'm in Darling, and we're from Ugly Delicious, little cheese shop, and a little cheese factory in Darling.
What do you mean to do? Do you sniff it? Is
No,
it like
you
wine?
don't ever smell a cheese.
Oh really?
Yes.
You never smell it, you just eat it.
You just eat it.
Hey, we need to get out of Darling. We're gonna.
Absolutely, we can't keep eating like this.
It's pretty good though, I won't lie.
My name is Denise, and you are at Evita's Perron today here in Darling. He's got a theatre here inside.
Yeah.
And he's got a shop here, and I'm working in the ANC shop, and there's a nice garden outside they call the Jurassic Park.
Have you ever been to a show here?
No, I haven't, unfortunately. Quite an oversight.
An oversight?
Absolutely.
A massive one?
Huge. I mean, it's a South African icon.
Evita Bezuidenhout, who is the character you're seeing everywhere here, is the alter ego of a comedian named Peter Dirk Ace. This is his place. It's called Evita's Perron.
We just found out that perron means platform because the building and the theatre is on the old station.
Peter Dirk Ace is actually a very important figure in South African politics and history.
Now, can I tell you one of my favourite quotes from Peter Dirk Ace?
Yeah. You definitely can.
Because we've been to a few shows here.
Okay.
One of my favourite things of all the things he ever said was that when people ask him who writes his material for him, he says the government write my material. They did before 1994 and they have continued to do so.
I'm like David Zazak. We are at the Marmalade Cat, coffee shop and restaurant, the barn and boutique shop. We have lovely curries. We have bobochis.
Yeah.
We have pies, lamb pie, chicken pie.
What's your favorite?
All of them, but I'll go for the lamb pie.
My name is Annie. I've been working here for 10 years.
My name is Santi McKinnon and we are in the catwalk in Darling. Darling is quirky, different, the people are very friendly.
Hello, Darling.
So although the main attraction is definitely the flowers to the west coast at this time of the year, I think today's little video points out that there is a lot else to see, and we haven't even covered some of the other stuff like Darling Brewery and that. It's just not enough time in a day. But yeah, get out here, see the flowers and experience it.